So here it is finally. Yesterday we had the Oscars happening and wow, what an amazing event. We had Chris Rock as the moderator and one of the biggest hosts of the Oscar Awards in the USA. We had Chris Rock making a very inappropriate joke and he ended up offending Mr. Will Smith. Mr. Will Smith is a very well-known actor. Chris Rock is a comedian and actor. He ended up offending or made a joke offending Mr. Will Smith, and Mr. Will Smith came and ended up coming and slapping Mr. Chris Rock. So in today's video, we're going to talk about all the mishaps, the legalities, and in a very brief video, just talk about what legalities are there. Can Chris Rock actually sue Will Smith? Is Will Smith justified in doing everything that he did to Chris Rock? So, in today's video, let's do a quick look at current events and international events. Today we have what happened today in the Oscars. I'm just going to be very brief because people have been asking me to react on this video. Let's look at what Chris Rock did. Chris Rock normally makes a lot of inappropriate jokes about actors and about singers, producers, celebrities in general. However, let's look at the brief facts of how this thing came about. From 2016, Chris Rock and Will Smith have had a very rocky relationship. Chris Rock has always thrown a number of comments and jabs about Will Smith and his family, especially concerning Will Smith's wife, Jada Pickett. So, in 2016, he made a joke about Will Smith not making or not becoming a nominee for his movie back in the day. And I think that was, I'll remember the movie later and I'll put it in the fact. However, Will Smith let that one go back in the Oscar Awards in 2016. In 2022, as we observed yesterday, Will Smith came up and actually slapped Chris Rock after making a joke about Jada Pickett's hair. Now, most people did not know about this. Jada Pickett, ever since 2018, has been battling with a very, very huge disease which causes her hair loss. And unfortunately, as we see in the current movie, she probably wears wigs and stuff, but she has come back to now putting herself in the limelight. And she has been very confident in who she says about herself losing her hair and everything, because people in the tabloids in the US have been asking her about it. So let's go to the actual point. Now that we're back to 2022, fast forward, Will Smith comes and slaps Chris Rock, and Chris Rock actually took it in very well. The other actors came and tried to calm down Will Smith, and then we later saw in the different reports and tabloids and media houses that Chris Rock is not going to be charging for assault or battery. But let's look at the Ugandan perspective of it. What is assault and battery? Many of you may be wondering, is Chris Rock, was he assaulted? Did Will Smith commit assault? Assault is the actual apprehension of harm. It's the apprehension of infliction of harm, meaning that for someone to sue you for assault, it doesn't necessarily mean that they should have actually slapped you. Someone can actually come and scare you like this, and then you actually think that, you know what, this guy, he just threatened me, or he assaulted me. But assault is actually not the actual hitting or harming you. Assault is actually just the apprehension of, just the scare and the threat of someone coming close to you like this, and then, you know, just scaring you like this, just like we see in the movies as someone is trying to hit you. So that is actually assault. However, battery is something extremely different. Battery is the actual infliction of harm on your body, on your face, on anything. So I think we can see when you look at the way Will Smith actually slapped Chris Rock, that was actually battery. But if we retrace the steps from when Will Smith actually got out from his chair and came out, he came out with a very, very huge stance and pose. There, Chris Rock would have actually charged him with assault even if Will Smith did not do anything, because Will Smith was scared. What are the ingredients of assault? Assault is the actual fear of someone coming and actually assaulting you. So this means that even if you have slightest scare or fear that this person is going to come and harm you, even if they don't, they have caused a lot of fear in you, and that may make you actually charge them for assault. Then another ingredient for assault is just that whole fear and demeanor that you have. It's something that is going to cause you to actually say, Will Smith scared me, or I felt threatened for my life. So the ingredient I'm trying to explain to you is the actual fear through threat. So Will Smith did not actually say that in the first instance when he was coming to Chris Rock, he didn't actually come and say, you know what, I'm going to hit you. He just came up, slapped him and went back. However, another ingredient I think, in my legal opinion, could have amounted to assault is when Will Smith went back to his chair after hitting him and causing battery, in my view, he actually told him that keep my wife's name out of your mouth. So I've not mentioned it here, but that could have been, if you saw Will Smith's state of mind, if you saw the way he was building up to actually come back, and he was actually threatening him, he was telling him that if you don't say this again, I'm going to come back and hit you. That's what he was saying indirectly. So that could have also amounted to assault. So assault is, for me to harm you or for you to charge me for assault, I don't actually have to harm you. It's just the actual infliction, or it's the scare that I'm going to hit you. So that is assault. Battery, on the other hand, is the actual infliction of harm. I want you to get the difference between the two. Assault and battery. Assault, I just scared you and I threatened you. You got scared for your life. Even if I just threatened you like this, that is assault. However, battery is extremely different. Battery, I came, I scared you, and I actually slapped you and hit you, and that is what Will Smith did. So I think Will Smith is actually guilty for battery. I think he's actually guilty for battery because if Chris Rock, according to the United States laws, actually sues him for battery, he can actually have an action against Will Smith. However, there is also assault causing actual bodily harm. In Uganda, we have different statutes. We have the Penal Code Act of Uganda, and in accordance with Section 235, that gives us the remedy for, or the crime for, common assault. So common assault is when I threaten you, I'm going to hit you, or maybe it didn't cause that actual bodily harm, then that's common assault. And in Uganda, that is a misdemeanor, which can land you in jail for a tune of 1 year. So, as I organize my tie, I'm a very huge fan of Will Smith and Chris Rock, but from what I saw in the Oscars today, that was something else. I saw it all over social media and I want to talk about it. Let's look at the Ugandan jurisdiction. If it was in Uganda, how would Chris Rock actually charge this? First of all, assault and battery are not crimes. These are called tort. A tort is a civil wrong which can lead you to going into a class action in court and giving you damages. So it's a mixture of both civil and criminal. So Chris Rock would actually charge for battery. However, the laws for battery are not so well cut in Uganda. So we only have common assault under Section 235. We have assault leading to actual bodily harm under Section 236, and we have assault leading to grievous bodily harm. So if you look at the magnitude that Will Smith hit Chris Rock with, that slap could have actually caused maybe a tooth getting out or bleeding, internal injury, because Will Smith had a lot of anger and a lot of force. So let's look at the side of Will Smith. Could he have any self-defense? Well, Will Smith could actually say Will Smith could actually say he was provoked, and provocation is actually a defense in the eyes of the law. America was colonized by the British, so our laws are quite related. However, in Uganda, we fully adopted common law for the British. So if it were in Uganda, then Will Smith could actually give a defense for provocation, and he could also give his brief facts up to 2016. So him and his lawyer can actually look at that. So before I wrap up this video, tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think Chris Rock should have done in taking the slap. I think he was really mature in taking it. However, this, aside from simply legal, he should not have done that. You should not make inappropriate jokes about people's wives, whoever is watching this, especially when you don't know about their wives' conditions. You should stay in your lane, people. Otherwise, you're going to get slapped like Chris Rock and you're humiliated. Another ingredient about assault is that you should have felt humiliated. In fact, it also relates to battery, because if someone has inflicted harm on you and you felt humiliated or threatened, then that is another ingredient for which you can sue under battery. I would like to state again that these are civil wrongs, and these are things which are, they can be looked at as either civil or criminal. However, torts are civil wrongs. So tell me what you think about it. Let's see how these things unfold later on. Like I like to say, the Penal Code Act is where assault and battery lie. However, common assault is what is really stated under the Penal Code Act. Under Section 236, assault causing actual bodily harm, which Chris Rock, I believe, could have actually had, is stated under Section 236, still of the Penal Code Act. So, thanks so much for listening to me, guys. My name is Terry Kahuma, and I'll always give you what Simply Legal intends to do, simplifying the law for you creatively, both nationally and internationally. If there are any thoughts you had about what happened to Chris Rock and Will Smith, please let me know. I wanted to give you a brief insight on the Ugandan jurisdiction, and let's see where the case unfolds. Will Chris Rock sue for assault or battery? What will be Will Smith's defense? Or they might not sue, but let's just see, and I'll see you next time. Bye.